good, everyone? It's 23MJ88 back with another video today, and for today's video we're going to take a quick look at the performance review of the Under Armour Curry 9. Alright, so just a quick few details on the Under Armour Curry 9. So as you can see here, it does have the Steph Curry logo, or otherwise the kind of the three-pointer logo here on the lateral side. I know he does have this tattoo on his arm. I'm not exactly sure what it means. If you guys know, let me know down in the comments. It does have his logo here on the heel, and then it says Under Armour Flow. And then on the bottom, it does have his signature and the Under Armour logo. And then on the tongue, it does have Curry as well. Honestly, I think this is a pretty clean looking shoe. It honestly felt like a runner that was turned into a basketball shoe, and I was actually quite surprised on how supportive these were. Alright, so just to get things started with the Curry 9s, as always, the traction, and on the bottom of the shoe, it's kind of an extension of the midsole cushioning system, the Flow, and it goes right onto the bottom, and it is a foam a foam traction pattern, which is my first time using something like this, and I did find this to be very grippy, super tacky. It does pick up dust pretty easily on pretty much any court, but a quick wipe and you're good. And again, this is just super tacky. One of the tackiest tractions that I've actually ever worn, and almost to the point where when you do a jab step, it's like you're coming to a dead stop. It's not going to squeak, you're not going to have any feedback from it, but it's just honestly one of the better traction patterns that I've worn. And I'm just very surprised because it is a foam-based traction pattern. And as you can see here, it's kind of like almost like a little diamond pattern in the forefoot, and then kind of like a spiral in the heel. And I found it to work great. And as far as the traction goes on the Curry 9s, I would have to give it a very solid 9 out of 10. They are showing a little bit of wear on the medial side here, but nothing that I'd be concerned about. And again, I would really just use these indoors because I think this would wear away rather quickly outdoors. But as far as indoors go, I think it's a fantastic traction and just really a great offering from Under Armour. So as far as the cushion on the Under Armour Curry 9, it is a foam-based cushion, and it's Under Armour's Flow cushioning. And honestly, I found these to be very dense and just really no compression at all. In the heel, you get a little bit of compression, but honestly, there wasn't a ton of feedback. And then in the forefoot, honestly, you're just super low to the ground in these. I could feel the ground underneath my foot. That's how low you are. So there's really no cushioning in the forefoot, honestly. Really no compression, but just a ton of feedback, and you're just super low to the ground. But it's really not for me, in my opinion, because there's just really not a lot of compression, and for me and my knees and kind of at the age I'm at, I really do enjoy air cushioning, or even the cushioning from the Puma series for LaMelo Ball. The Nitro Foam I found to have a lot more compression than the Flow. So for me, I would have to give this cushioning system probably a 6 out of 10. Again, it's super low to the ground, which is nice, but there's just really no compression, and for my play style, it's kind of a dud. So as far as the cushioning goes on the Under Armour Curry 9, I would have to give it a 6 out of 10. And as far as the heel to toe transition on the Curry 9, it's absolutely fantastic. As you can see here on the outsole, it does have a very curved outsole, so it's a very natural feeling, and it's all uncaged foam as well, which is pretty crazy. But again, it's just a very dense foam in my opinion. But as far as the heel to toe transition goes in the Under Armour Curry 9, I would have to say it's a very smooth heel to toe transition. As far as the materials go on the Under Armour Curry 9, I actually really enjoyed them. On the heel portion, you do kind of have a faux suede. It's really not premium, and it's really rather cheap, but I actually really like the look of it. And then on the forefoot, you do have this Under Armour, I believe it's called Warp. And it's really just kind of like a textile mesh, and it kind of has all these crisscross pattern stitch marks in it, and then a material kind of overlay as well, kind of crisscrossing as well for extra support, extra lateral support. But as far as the materials go on these, they're pretty cheap, being a kind of like a screen mesh or a textile mesh, and then the kind of faux suede, but I actually really enjoyed them. And on the tongue, you do kind of have this super padded, almost neoprene-like material, and then I would say it's a more premium suede pull tab on the tongue as well. So as far as the materials go on the Under Armour Curry 9, I would have to give it a pretty solid 7.5 out of 10. For me, I really enjoyed them, but I could see how some people would say they're pretty cheap. But again, I would have to give them a 7.5 out of 10. And then as far as the weight goes on the Under Armour Curry 9 in a size 11, these do come in at 12.85 ounces. So honestly, this is a very light shoe, all things considered, especially the fact that I did have to go up half a size, and these are pretty much lighter than basically every other shoe I have right now. As far as the fit on the Under Armour Curry 9, I had to go with a size US 11. I'm usually a size 10.5 in all Nike and Puma shoes that I've been wearing so far, and Adidas, but for these, I just found that they fit pretty short. Even in the size 11, my toe is basically at the end of the shoe. And as far as the fit goes, like I said, I had to go up half a size, but if you guys could try these on in store, I would say that's your best bet, or just order 2 sizes and then return the one that doesn't fit. But again, for me, I had a lot of problems finding these in store. My local Champs finally got these in and I was able to grab them. But again, these were not easy to find to be able to try on. So again, for me, I had to go up half a size, so that is something that I would mention. But again, as far as the fit goes, I really enjoyed them. There really was no room within the shoe with my foot sliding around. And I would have to say they are semi-wide foot friendly. It's not a super narrow fit, but it's not super wide either. So I would say try these on in store if you can. So as far as the fit goes on the Under Armour Curry 9, for me, I really enjoyed the fit, even though I had to go up half a size. These did fit like a size 10.5. So for the fit on the Under Armour Curry 9, I would have to give it a very solid 9 out of 10. So as far as the support goes on the Under Armour Curry 9, starting off with the back of the shoe, it does have a very rigid internal heel counter. Keep in mind this is a very low cut shoe, but the heel does wrap up really high around your Achilles, and I found it to be very comfortable around the back of your shoe. But again, you do have that internal heel counter, and then on the upper, you do kind of have this crisscross pattern on the upper that really cages your foot in on lateral movements. It really helps with that. And then you do have these 2 eyelets as well, which it seems like they run right down into the footbed of the shoe. So when you really clamp these down, they really harness your foot in kind of like a seatbelt. And I found it to be great. And then on the bottom of the shoe, you do have a torsion bar. And honestly, you cannot bend the shoe in half other than the toe. Like there's a ton of medial and lateral support, and just honestly just a ton of torsional rigidity, as you can see here. So I would actually applaud Under Armour on having a low cut shoe that actually offers this much support. But again, a lot of people complain about low top shoes offering no ankle support, and you actually get ankle support from your foot being locked into the back of the shoe and having lateral containment and torsional rigidity. High top shoes actually offer no support as far as your ankles go. It's actually a placebo effect. So for me, I actually really enjoyed it and played in these low tops, and I actually really enjoyed the support on the Under Armour Curry 9. And as far as the support goes on the Under Armour Curry 9, I would have to give them a very solid 9 out of 10. So can I recommend the Under Armour Curry 9? Honestly, I think if you like a firmer cushioning setup, I think you'll really enjoy these, because everything else that this shoe offers as far as support, that just crazy traction on the bottom being foam, it really blew my mind as far as how tacky these were. And then again, the support, the materials are pretty cheap, but they definitely get the job done. And for me, that's all that matters. And then the sizing, again, I would say for me, I had to go up half a size, but again, I would try these on in store. But for me, I would say this is a great shoe, especially on sale. These do run for $160 US, and in Canada, they were actually $190. But as far as the Curry 9s go, I think they're actually a very good shoe, minus the cushioning. And honestly, I could see myself playing in these moving forward and kind of having them in my bag, especially on those courts that are very dusty. So as far as the Curry 9s go, I would actually have to applaud Under Armour I think they did a fantastic job with this shoe, and I'm really looking forward to his 10th signature shoe from Under Armour. But that's going to do it for today's video on the Under Armour Curry 9. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of this shoe. Aesthetically, I think it's a pretty clean looking shoe, and it's kind of refreshing on how low these are to the ground, but just have that awesome support system and traction. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think of these. Have you played in them? Are you waiting for them to go on sale? Can you even find them? Because again, I had a lot of issues even finding this shoe in store. But as always, stick around to the end of the video for the on-court portion. And as always, thanks for watching. If you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, that helps the channel a ton. And check out my Instagram at 23mj88, as it is an extension of my YouTube channel. But until next time, peace.